National Centre of Excellence in Traditional Music was opened in 2000 here at Plockton High School. The fact that the school is located in Plockton is a huge advantage. It has all the benefits of a community which is willing to embrace the thing, a school which takes a lot of pride in being associated with the place, and also, it has to be said, very few outside distractions.
The best thing about Plockton Music School is probably the people that you meet.
Being around musical people, you just get better without even noticing it.
There's a really nice atmosphere here. It's very friendly and supportive.
You can come here, not know anyone, and you're instantly accepted.
The tutoring here is just incredible.
You get to be taught by the finest musicians in Scotland.
Everyone has the same passion for music.
The best thing about the music school is the fact that it is tradition. You're passing it down all the time.
One of the first things that folk need to realise if they're thinking about coming here is that they're joining not one new institution but three. They will obviously be interested in the music side of things, but they've also got to be aware that they have to attend Plockton High School, and unless they live in this area already, they have to live in the residence. So those three things all have their own demands, their own sets of rules and regulations, and their own considerations that people need to think about if they're going to try and put in an application. It's fairly obvious that anybody who comes here and wants to succeed is going to be a good musician, but that's only part of it. They're going to be somebody who works hard, they're going to be somebody who gets on well with other people, and they're going to be somebody who takes what they're doing seriously but knows how to enjoy it at the same time, and that's quite hard.
This is our practice space, and we use it for big sets and for 6th year big sets normally. It's kind of the centre of the music school where everything happens, we have sessions and we all practice together. 6th years are given priority normally, especially the first study piano player, and if there is a first study drum player, they're given priority in this room in particular.
This is our common room area, and it's just kind of a place to just chill after a hard day's work. You've got your TV over here, and then the speakers to play music, make you feel a bit more homely, table tennis, and just the pool table, and just a lot of couches and stuff just to kind of just to talk and chat with your friends and stuff. Kind of like a living room at home, but better really.
This is a typical hostel room. Sharing with someone's really good because you learn how to actually coexist with someone before you go to uni. When you're new, having a roommate to go to school with and get to know is probably the best way of getting into high school life. And also we're allowed to decorate our rooms, and it's just a way of kind of making the room feel more like your own. If it's somebody's birthday or whatever, we'll have cake and watch a movie and we'll celebrate with them. You just become a total family on each dorm. It's really, really good.
Well, this is our laundry room, and one thing you're expected to do when you come to Plockton is your laundry, which at first I thought was quite a task, but now it's just something that's really easy to do. Everything's here for you, and everything's easy to use. So at the start of the year, though, there is quite a lot of clothes changing colours, but now I think I'm very good at doing my laundry.
Being away from home I think I've matured a lot. I've become a lot more independent. Just little things like having to travel by myself and stuff. I couldn't do that before.
I just felt it was a good time and a good place to leave home. Even though you don't leave home fully, it still feels like you're leaving a bit. So it's kind of a good step between uni and leaving school as well.
It makes you a lot more prepared for university and stuff because you're that wee step ahead of everyone else.
Anybody that comes here and thinks that they're just going to be a musician is coming to the wrong place. There's the whole business of going to school and doing your academic work as well. There's the business of getting on with people in the residential situation, as well as the lessons that are scheduled into the working week. There's a heavy schedule of performing. We make a CD every year. It's no holiday camp. And anybody that comes here will really have to put in a lot of hours. But, cliched as it may be, they will get back out what they put in.
Well, it is hard work, and you do have a lot on your plate, but because it's music that you also have to do alongside the school stuff, it's stuff that you would really want to do anyway, so it's just good to be able to do it in somewhere that's a good place and have good people around you to be able to do it in.
Since I've got here, it's just been really good for my music, and the hour of individual practice each night has fairly brought me on, I feel.
People come from all over Scotland to come and teach here, and it's just like the best teacher you can get, really. So I think the tutoring is one of the best parts, because it's people you would listen to, people you'd go and see live.
Okay, so we're doing live performance today, and we're going to appoint someone to be a director, or two people maybe to be directors. You just have to use your ears and your senses, listen to what's working, what's not working, try and think of ideas to make it better.
Try and tighten that wee bit up in the 7/8 tune.
Yeah, I was still finding it quite hard to get the rhythm.
Ross, could you maybe just go through the first part of the tune and really emphasise the beats so Pablo can like pick up on what the rhythm is, or like clap through it or something like that?
We get treated kind of equally to everyone, so like we're treated just like adults really, and so we get to work a lot with our peers and stuff rather than being told what to do, because it gives us a sense of kind of what it would actually be like in the real world.
The main thing for me is the stuff that we have here that we can use, like the studio for example. There's just an abundance of stuff that we're lucky enough to have just at our disposal.
We're very fortunate here to have a very good recording setup. The access to that equipment and facilities is absolutely vital for these young musicians. In almost all circumstances, the first time they'll come into contact with anything you could call a mass audience is going to be through some kind of recording, whether they put it up on a website or Facebook, and it's really important that that first recording is good. So we place a lot of emphasis on learning the skills of the studio, not just the technical skills, but the musical skills that it takes to become a good musician. One of the main benefits that students get from the amount of live performance that we do is the increase in confidence that they get. We work as hard on making good people as we do on making good musicians, and the skill of walking onto a stage and hopefully in a room full of people and presenting your music to them and working with the rest of your group as a team to make it a good show is one of the biggest benefits they can get you.
I think the music school is great for offering everyone different opportunities. So if you come here and you're interested in recording or in writing or just performing, then there's a little bit for everyone.
It's got a massive impact on your life. It's a wonderful place to be because you're surrounded by so many great musicians.
Before I came to Plockton, I didn't know another traditional musician my age. I have friends all up and down the country now who I wouldn't have known otherwise, and you know, once you meet those friends, then they have a network of friends as well, so you end up with knowing loads of people all over Scotland.
I'm so glad I got the opportunity to come. I've learnt here to feel the actual music, and I know that I've made friends here that I will have for the rest of my life, and that's just a really good feeling to have.
I've got another year before I have to leave, but it's so difficult thinking about not being here, and it's become such a big part of my life living here and playing so much music, so it'll be so difficult when it finally comes. I don't want to think about it yet.
The most important thing they'll leave with is experience. They'll have met lots of other young musicians the same age, the same ability, perhaps even more importantly, they will have met lots of working professional musicians, and on a stage, in a recording studio, in a teaching session, they will know what to do. Generally speaking, we find that wherever they go, they have a head start on their peers, and that's worth a lot these days.